Okay, we're going to start with the technique for this project, and I wanted to quickly show you the painter's tape. I've created a strip of painter's tape that was slightly longer than the length of the ink pad, like so, and then I just folded the tape back on both ends in order to give me a handle and keep my fingers clean. Now you could also use a little piece of scrap cardstock if you would like. So I'm going to set this darling duckling right here on my ink pad and simply run it along the tape, and then I'm going to set this down. Let's see, I want this down here below the halfway point and pat that in place. I'm going to leave that, pick up the peach pie piece, oops, remove the hair in the trash so I don't get that in my ink pad, and tap a little bit, lift, and I'm going to set that right above the darling duckling tape and pat that down. Lift, one, and then I can set this right back onto my glass mat, so I can do that again if I'd like to and keep my surface clean, and do the same thing by removing the darling duckling. Now as you can see, neither one of these tapes are consistent. It's a fun technique that gives you this imperfect look each and every time. So let me set this aside and we'll start assembling the card. Okay, before assembling the card, I'm going to do some stamping. So I'm going to pick up my tree, ink it up with the Mossy Meadow, and stamp it right here in the center, like so. Lift, and then I'm going to bring in my happy birthday sentiment and stamp it in the lower right hand corner. There we go. Got that finished, and so I'm going to bring in my inside panel, ink up my little group of leaves, and stamp it right here in the center. And of course, if you have an inside sentiment you want to stamp, this would be a great time to do so. I've got that finished. I've put aside the ink pad so I don't get anything inky, and I'm going to start assembling. So I'm going to bring this birthday panel in and adhere it to my Mossy Meadow panel, like so. And then I'm going to flip that over and add some Stampin' Dimensionals to the back. Now I'm not only going to do the perimeter of the panel here, but I'm going to add a couple to the inside since this is a really large panel. Before I remove the backings, I'm going to bring in my peach pie base and fold it along that score line and burnish, and remove my backings. Now that I have my backings off my dimensionals, I'm going to bring in my card base and adhere. That pop-up with the dimensionals gives me a little bit of shadow and lift to the card front there. At this point, I can adhere this onto the inside or simply set it inside for later. Next, because this is a birthday card, I'm going to bring in these flat pearls. They come in all 5 of the in colors, so I've got the peach pie here, and I can pick up just a little one here to pop next to the happy birthday, just to add a little bit of shimmer and shine. And of course, if you want more than the one, you can add some of those around the card front if you desire. So there you go, a lovely little card for a birthday using the Loveliest Tree and this fun painter's tape technique. And of course, if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.